What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2. I did that 31 maps to Vicious Strikes video, and multiple comments in the video requested a Molten Citadel tutorial. Not only Molten Citadel, but Molten Citadel Mastery Chaos 5, as it was one of the maps I suggested. Now, of course, on this map we have Victory, of course, Think Fast, complete each build phase in under 30 seconds, Broken Links, no nodes, Protect Your Jewels, main core does not fall below 90%, and then of course Perfectionist for getting them all in the same run. Now, as I mentioned in the video, this map and getting to Vicious Strikes can be done with just the original 4 heroes, and in particular with an aura focus. So I am going to use the Huntress in the mix here as well, but today I'm just going to go with 1 Squire, 1 Huntress, and 1 Monk. Now, the reason I say that is part of Mastery is your Ascension, your gear gets scaled down. So this is actually Chaos 7 gear. This is 22,000, a 22,000 relic right here. As you see in Mastery Chaos 5, it's scaled down to 7917. In addition, we get 5 Ascension points. Now, what that means is it doesn't mean we get 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It means that each in particular category gets 5 Ascension allotted to it. So 5 Ascension in each category. As you see, I spent 10 points in everything just because shift click was the easiest way to go. But I'm only going to get credit for 5 Ascension points in each category. Now, prior to Chaos 5, they are all 0, so 0 Ascension. Doesn't matter what you put them in, it just doesn't matter. Now, this map does have the 30-second build phase. In light of that, one of the smartest things you could do is pop into the map and build the map the way you think it should look without worrying about the 30 seconds. Just come in and build it. Don't even start the match, just build the map. So let's go ahead and do just that. I'm going to start off with the Squire, and initially I'm going to drop 3 spike blockades right here, right at the core. Now, we know we do have flyers on this map, plus we do have assassins. So having some sort of anti-air defense is going to be a plus, and I'm going to go ahead and use 2 Sky Guards just right here in between the 2 chains on each rail. Now, of course, our build timer is about to fail, but this is not the map we're going to do, so it's not an issue. Now, I did bring along the Poison Dart Towers, and the reason I brought them along is for a little damage that couldn't get stunned by Cyborgs directly in the back. So I'm going to go ahead and go with a Poison Dart Tower on each particular lane. Now, this is Mastery. One thing in Mastery is you can count on your walls getting pushed, so you want to make sure you have a strong defense at your walls. Now, in addition to that, Chaos 5 does have Cyborgs, so you might ask, well, why the heck are you going to use all these auras? And it's because I'm trying to do it the most difficult way imaginable with the 4 heroes, just so you all see that it can be done. A much smarter build than what I'm going to do today would be by putting maybe flamethrowers in the same places that I'm putting all these auras. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at a strong wall defense. So if we went with 2 flame auras and 2 lightning strike auras split at the wall, we've got 4 auras plus a poison dart tower hitting mobs right here at the wall. Now, the walls are gonna get pushed without a doubt. 100% is gonna happen. So we've got this in place. Now, we also know there's Cyborgs, and Cyborgs disabled traps, auras, and nodes. So if a Cyborg is here and hits this way, these 2 are going to get disabled, and these 2 can still attack. If the Cyborg hits this way, then these 2 are going to get disabled, and these 2 can still attack. So let's go ahead and do the exact same thing on every one of the lanes. Flame Aura, Lightning Strike Aura. Now, as you see, we've got 190 DU left, which basically I'm going to take advantage of that and use it as 6 Flame Auras. So each lane, I'm going to completely separate the Flame Auras on opposite sides of the rail. Now, what this is going to do is it's going to allow me, once again, to hopefully have If a defense gets borked by the cyborgs and stunned, the other defense will still be ticking. So now we've got 4 flame auras, 2 lightning strike auras, and 1 poison dart tower on every lane. Now when we take a look at the lanes themselves, you have to think in your head what is going to be required to start this match. And in my mind, what's going to be required to start the match is each one of these walls, these poison dart towers, the Skyguard towers, as we are going to have flyers, and then the auras that are at the wall. What that's going to do is it's going to give me all of that damage back here at the wall, so anything that makes it to the walls before or while the match is running has a strong defense that's on top of it and getting the job done. So with that in mind, all I have to do to actually hit G and start the first wave is to get the walls, the poison dart towers, and then this row of auras laid down. Piece of cake, right? Definitely can be done within 30 seconds. So let's go ahead and we'll auto fail this match and pop into a fresh one and build it all legit. Now before we get to that point, I do want to talk about one other thing. With the exception of Ascension, or because of Ascension and your gear getting scaled down, remember you do not have the crit chance that you think you have. Your base critical chance is 10%. So if we only have 5 points in Ascension, this means we only have a 15% chance to crit, and you have to change your shards. You cannot go with what you use in Chaos 7, as it's just not the smartest way. So you have to think about a few different things. Now first off, we do know a spike blockade, a fortification is going to be a must. We also know we have assassins on this map, so a really smart move would be to give yourself some form of stun to deal with those assassins, and I'm going to do just that in the form of sharpened spikes. Now I'm not even going to bother using a third shard, I'm just going to use fortification and sharpened spikes. On my flame auras, you have to make the decision of, are you going with a crit build or a non-crit build? On my flame auras, I decided to go with a crit build. So I've got a medallion with deadly strikes, power transfer, and if you're gonna go crit, you have to have defense critical strike. If you don't have it, do not attempt to go with a crit build, as it's just not gonna work. Now on the Skyguard towers, I decided to go full power, so this allowed me to ignore crit completely and go with a totem. And on the Skyguard tower, I'm using destruction, deadly strikes, and vampiric empowerment. All I'm worried about is the defense power, nothing else. Now as you see on the lightning strike auras, I did decide to go crit. So since I went crit, you've got to have defense critical strike, and then I put deadly strikes and defense rate in the mix with all of them. Now another smart thing to do, you only have to do it once in each mastery tier, is load into a map, throw down a defense, and play with your shards and see what gives you the most DPS. Do not check in your tavern, check in the mastery map that you're attempting to do. So let's take a look at this lightning strike aura. It's doing 123,000 damage per second. Now say I wanted to get rid of defense rate and try to give myself more crit damage. So let's get rid of that defense rate. Let's throw in defense critical damage, and we see it dropped. It's now 117,000. Now, we know it's probably a good idea to put that defense rate back in there, though. Do we want to go with deadly strikes? You could if you don't mind tiny auras. I personally can't do it. I've got to have the big range. So I personally am always going to use deadly strikes in just about every defense in the game. So I'm going to go back to defense rate, deadly strikes, and defense critical strike, as that proved to have more DPS. So let's go ahead and start fresh and get this thing built properly. Alright, and here we go into a fresh Molten Citadel Mastery Chaos 5. Now, just because I know somebody will ask, I took all my ancient power out. This is a true comparison. You will have the exact same power I have, as long as you have at least 5 ascension points in every category. So as you see, I have used 0 ancient power points, and I'm doing this 100% just like you would. Now, we have a huge benefit now versus when Mastery released, and that is we no longer have to hunt down a chest to get the mana. So you can start exactly where you want to start building to start the map. Now remember, the 30-second build time is from the second you press G. So as soon as you press G, you need to get to work, and you want to picture what you're going to do. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw these blockades down. Then I'm going to switch to the Huntress, and I'm going to throw the Poison Dart Towers down. And then I'm going to switch to the Monk, and I'm going to run all the way around and hit all of those auras that are right at the wall. And I'm going to get all that done within 30 seconds. So let's go ahead and get into position for the first one and give it a whirl here. We've got our walls. We've got our Poison Dart Towers. And we still have 17 seconds left to lay down these auras. A couple of seconds to spare. Let's go ahead and hit G. And then now I'm going to go ahead and build out the rest of the map. Now I do want to constantly watch the mini-map and watch where the mobs are at, as I don't want to get any surprises. So if there is a big buildup on a wall, by all means, take a second from building and get that lane covered. As we see, we're getting a big push over here. Flyers are starting to come in soon, so let's go ahead and get the Sky Guards down. Sky Guards, it's probably a better idea to have those done before you actually start the wave, but as you can see, you can easily get them going midway and still get great value out of them. Now, another benefit, remember, is when assassins are attached to you, they are a ground mob, but when they leave you, they are then a flying mob. So flying mobs, of course, are going to get hit by the Skyguard Tower. Now, you're going to have to repair walls. That's just a thing in Mastery. Unless it says no repairs, you're going to have to do it, as you've probably got other limitations that you've got to deal with in light of it. So let's go ahead and make sure all these walls stay nice and healthy and do our best to get the rest of this all CC'd up and ready to go. Okay, we've got that lane finished. Let's get another aura on this lane and get it all wrapped up. Just going to continue to do my best to control the lane, and then let's get this lane built out now. Looks like we got a couple of mobs got stuck there on the post. Still lots of mobs left though, so don't get too comfortable until you get to the end of the map. Especially a map like Molten Citadel, it does have just tons and tons of mobs. Make sure they're all gone before you celebrate. Let's go ahead and get a little heal going here real quick. And then we'll knock these guys up and put those Sky Guards back to work. Now, 97 mobs left. I'm trying, if you are curious as to why I'm bringing the assassins over to their own lane, it's because AoE defenses in Dungeon Defenders 2, Flame Auras, for example, will only hit up to 10 mobs at a time. Now, since they're only going to hit 10 mobs at a time, I want to make sure that nothing is distracting away from killing those assassins, as they just need to go, and they need to go now. So I try to take them to their own lane as often as possible. It doesn't always work out, but I try when I can. And then now we've actually got room for what? We've got room for 3 Lightning Strike auras, believe it or not. Let's just go ahead and throw them down. I did something different here. Not really sure what that was. Oh, nope, I lied. I didn't get this Sky Guard down, is what it is. Alright, now we got our Sky Guards down. I'm going to get upgrades on these Sky Guards, as I really don't want them having any issues, and I'm going to upgrade these walls, as I know they are just getting clobbered. Now, incoming Wave 2, we got some healthier walls. Now, throughout the entire rest of the map, since we've only got 30 seconds for each build phase, I'm gonna just constantly be upgrading something. So I don't even care where it's at in any particular order. I'm gonna make sure I get upgrades out in every lane at every convenience. So every chance you can, hit that Q button, or if you're on a console, just get your upgrade going on the defense and let those things just constantly channel. Now, the poison dart towers are going to put in a lot of work on this build, so as soon as I get to a break, I'm going to do the poison dart towers. I'm trying only to hit the defenses that I'm near as far as upgrades go, and I don't want to go out of my way and spend any time to upgrade something that's far away from me, as every step you take is a step closer to getting walloped if that particular move is not productive at the time. So we got that wall healed enough. Let's go ahead and get another repair going, or another upgrade going on this particular aura. And let's see where the next big push is. It looks like the next big push is going to come from over in the middle, maybe? Yeah, it's coming right up in the middle now. So let's go ahead and give a little assist right here to push these baddies back. Get an upgrade on that aura while we're at it. And then once again, like I said, just constantly channel and upgrade. Even if you see an assassin's about to pop on you, get that upgrade started, because the assassin will not interrupt it. Let's see, it looks like a lady orc fell off the ledge. That was weird. Alright, take the assassin to its own lane, get it dealt with, and then head back and immediately go for the assist. Now, as you see here, both sides of that aura got disabled, so we are relying 100% on the poison dart tower. In light of that, as soon as this wave is over, I'm going to put a whole lot of love into the PDTs, as they are going to be necessary for me to get the maximum amount of damage done to all these mobs as they're pushing up towards the core and the walls. Here's a little Tuskar action. And there we go. We've got one more mob. It looks like he got stuck, maybe? Oh, yeah. We've got a javelin thrower stuck back over there. Alright, so let's head back through. Let's take full advantage of the 30 seconds. You don't get any bonus points if you start early, so make sure you're taking advantage of all the time it gives you. So I'm going to get both of these PDTs, or all three of them, I should say, fully upgraded. I'm going to get all of my walls fully healed. I still got 15 seconds left, so let's just go ahead and spam around the rest of the available mana to get all the upgrades out there that we can. We'll get it started here now, and of course wave 3, the pressure is on. The mob count is going to start getting a little bit tougher. A few less goblins and a few more big baddies. But also by wave 3, that means you've had, what, 3 different opportunities, including the build phase, to build and upgrade. So by this point, you should have some nice upgrades in place, and you'll definitely have all of your defenses laid down. See, we see the pushes coming to this side. Let's see if we can't give these Sky Guards some work. The Sky Guard's working hard. Very, very nice. And then now we see a push is coming towards the middle. So let me come over to this lane, do the same thing. And just keeping an eye on the other lane that is still getting pushed at the exact same time. See, we've got nothing has turned yellow yet. And we've got an ogre rolling in. So let's go ahead and back off of him a little bit. Do want to avoid any of those stomps. I actually wasted my pet right there on the assassin. That's very unfortunate. But the ogre is still getting burned nonetheless by all that poison dart tower damage and sitting in a 4 aura stack. 2 flame auras, 2 lightning strike auras. Farewell Ogre is pretty much the name of that game for sure. Let's get the assassin over to its own lane so it's all uninterrupted damage. And then right back over to bring the pain to all these bads that are pushing the walls. We got 194 left. Looks like this middle wall is getting chewed up. Now, once again, now I'm getting pushed by so many cyborgs, I'm going to upgrade the poison dart towers. But let's also remember one other sneaky little fact, and that is Wave 4 and Wave 5 of Chaos 5 have one geode that spawns each wave. So, besides getting the poison dart towers upgraded, we are going to have to identify where the geode is going to be. That way we can be there and get it wrecked in a hurry. We got a big push coming to the other side there. It looks like to close out the wave. Lots of flyers rolling in as well. And it's down to that staring at the mini-map game once again. We got a Malthus in the back, which is not going to help our cause at all. So let's get some damage on Malthus quick like. Basically, I'm going to bounce in and out of using crane stance. It's a common misconception right now that the crane stance shard for the monk is not working, when indeed it is working. Just the visual for the crane stance stacks, which is the little icon right underneath my nameplate. That is what's not working. Let's go ahead and throw the pet on them right at the end. Now, alright, so we got upgrades to poison dart towers. Let's go ahead and upgrade the walls as well. And then hunt down the geode. It looked like I actually had a LSA that hadn't been upped yet there. Yeah, I did. I'll just throw those around. And where is the geode coming? He's coming from right there. So we will be good to go when that geode arrives. All of our mana's gone. There's actually nothing else I can do. So might as well just start the map here. And let's prepare for this geode. Now, the geode does come out early every single time. So it's very easy to get it identified and burned down really, really quickly. And is it gone yet? Nope, it's still not gone yet. Let's go ahead and get one more whack. Now, the reason the geode is so important is having those those poison dart towers where they are can cause some really major problems. So you want to make sure you identify and eliminate that one geode very quickly. Now, the reason I say one with such an effect, it is literally only one geode every single time. Never changes. Only one geode. Now I've got an ogre and a siege roller coming, so I want to save as much of my mana as I can for that siege roller. So I'm going to try to just use my secondary attacks to wipe these ogres off. Those guys did fall off. Wow. Lady Orcs dove into the lava. That's the second time I thought I saw it, and I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Alright, ogre down. So ogre stomps have now been avoided. And now we can just basically wait for that siege roller to get to a convenient killing location. As long as you stay on the move, that siege roller is not going to kill you. So kill it on your terms, not on its terms. And right now, looks like a great place to do it. Little boost monk. Boost monk action for the win. And we see we've got a huge push that's going to come from the other side, but it does have a little ways to go yet. So I want to make sure I get some upgrades going. Let's make sure I'm good and healthy. And then we'll head on over to get this pack dealt with. The poison dart towers are ripping it out. The flame arrows are spending a lot of time stunned, but we were expecting that with those geodes. Or pardon me, with those cyborgs. 134 bads left. So making a little bit of progress here. Instead of taking a route where I worry about healing myself, if anyone's curious, instead I'm taking a route where I'm not getting hit. So you don't have to heal yourself if you're not going to get hit. So in a situation like Mastery, sometimes avoidance is better than actually taking the moment to heal up. Now, if you have a good opportunity, then, you know, by all means, get it done. And I think this may be mine right here. Yeah, let's get a little short heal going here real quick, because we just have 8 mobs left. Actually, end of the map, I'll take the free heal at the end. And there we go. Now, once again, wall repairs. Healthy walls equal healthy maps. So, and let's spend it up on these poison dart towers, as they are putting in some work. And then just slam everything else wherever we can. Now we've got 15 seconds left. Let's take a look for the geode. And there it is right there out of that molten rock lane to the right. So let's make sure to get that geode wrecked just as quick as absolutely possible. In fact, I'm tempted to blow my pet on it. Let's do it. Oh, I missed. Geode must die. There we go. Geode down. Let's go ahead and thin the packs. Ignoring the assassins. I do want to heal, though. I'm going to keep spamming that heal on myself every time it's up. Besides getting the additional hero damage, that heal is very nice. Stun on the blockades, saving the day where there with the assassins. We've got 2 siege rollers coming on this one. So this time we're going to have to do it the hard way, which means I can't spend really any mana until those siege rollers are dead, as I'm going to take all of it. It's going to take 100 plus my pet to kill one of them, and then it's going to be all about the chi blasts. So I want as many chi blasts as I can. Now looks like a great opportunity. Let's get this one out of the way. Here we go. We got 1 roller down. We've got 1 more to contend with still. And we've got walls that are getting shoot on. So need to make sure the walls stay healthy. Now, this particular map, the rollers have such a long way to go, you actually could wait out your pet again. So if you chose to, as you see my pet cooldown is 13 more seconds, I could just wait that pet out and then not even sweat it. So let's just do that. We got 4 more seconds to go here. And there we go. Both rollers dispatched in a timely manner. I don't like doing that. I don't like waiting. I usually like to get it done. And Chi Blast is the way of the Boost Monk. If you don't have your pet up, the Chi Blast will just wreck it. And that's one of the things that makes the Nuke Monk so powerful, is it's combining the strongest single hit that a monk can deliver. I don't want to say that. Almost the strongest single hit that a monk can deliver out of a no-brainer ability of hitting just a pet. The reason I say that is there are some different monk builds that with proper timing can lead to some really, really large hits. That, however, is not the build I'm using here. This guy gonna get me? I better get a heal going. We've only got 100 bads left. I'd hate for it to go bad on me now. So once again, staring at the minimap. And if we can get this 1 pack, I think it will be a good game. So let's see if we can't get this pack burned down. We've got a Quibbly bringing up the rear to try to bring the pain on us at the end. I'm not sweating you, Quibbly. Come on up. Quibbly's coming. Let's give him the Boost Monk treatment as well. And there we go. Very, very nice, Mr. Nuke Monk. So there is 5 stars, Molten Citadel, Chaos 5, with only original heroes and a strong focus on the Monk and the Auras. Now, if we look around the map now, we can take a look afterwards and see what did what. We see these Flame Auras at the wall. That one did 24 million. The Lightning Strikes, that one's 16 million. That one 54 million. Now, what this tells me is the Cyborgs that were coming up were aggroing to this side quicker than this side. And they were stunning these, and then these were still doing damage. Let's take a look over here. 43, 22, 35. Those are actually a little bit more widespread. And over here, same thing here. It seemed like the Cyborgs were favoring the inside lane, leaving the outside lane to do damage. And then, of course, we put a strong focus on the poison dart towers for this one to take advantage of that explosive poison, and those guys just dished out the pain. So anyway, that will do it for now. Thank you all a ton for watching. By all means, put any of your comments down in the description below, and I will do my best to answer any questions that you ask. So thank you once again. Click that like button, and I will see you next time. Take it easy.